Oh my gosh. Bro. What is going on? Bro. Ugh. Bum ba bum 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 ba bum ba bum ba 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 bum ba bum ba bum. Bro, what is this doing? All right, hold on. I don't. Waiting patiently. We're gonna get it. Patience is key. The key to it is patience. All right, just a second. All right. All right, waiting. If we can get, so what's a good level? Let's see. We got, this low right here. Yeah. If this low can get taken out right here, this low is pretty much right at VWAP. Let's see if we can take out this low and then start ripping right back up. Let's see if we could do it. We're pushing down. We're pushing down. That's a pretty big rejection on the 15-minute, but let's see what happens. Bruh. All right. We have let's see this gap. Not yet. Oh, it took out. No, it didn't. All right. Candle closing in 5 seconds. Boom. See what happens here. Will we go back up to the high? We didn't sweep it yet. It's a double bottom so far. Double bottom. Let's take out it. We got VWAP right there too. Let's see. Come on. Scalping. Scalpity scalp. Alright, come on. There you go. There's the low. If we can close, could potentially run up to the. Did it fill the? Yeah, it filled the gap. It's gonna be a little tough. What's another? This is a good bounce point right here. There's a high probability that it's gonna bounce around here. If we can close back above, we could probably rip up. Maybe take out these highs again. I mean, where overall trend is higher. The next low I would like to see is this. Where's the 15-minute? Let's see. Let me mark it out. Let me go on the 15-minute. Kind of this low right here. Right there. That'd be an interesting area to see it sweep. Let's see if it sweeps it, and then we can get a move right back up. Wow. Crazy dump. Appreciate the follow. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. We took it out. Let's see if we could get some kind of sign that we want to move right back up. After this low right here, I mean, we pretty much got room all the way to pre-market. See, pre-market lows. If this can't hold, we're going to pre-market lows. This is our last shot pretty much to go back up, if it's gonna go back up. If not, if it can't hold here, we're going down to pre-market lows. We're right below view op, so kind of in a weird area. We got this gap right here, massive gap. See what happens. We're going down, down, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Down, down, baby. Ready to love it now. Are we go? Oh, we may be going to pre-market lows. I can't do it. We're having a real hard time keeping it up. Let's go. Bruh, what the? Stop. Keeps telling me I have a low battery when I don't. Huh. Ah, come on. Here's the thing though, where do you take an entry? Like, I guess I would have to size accordingly, because if we could start closing above this, see, there it is. If we could start ripping and we close above this gap right here, I would take a long for the highs. Or at least these highs right here. For higher probability, but they gotta really step in and start closing. We do have this resistance here. I would just have to size accordingly. So pretty big Stop. My stop would have to be below the lows. This is like the last shot for the bulls. This is their last hope. They can't hold this. We're going down, down, baby. We going down, down, baby. Dun, 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 dun. That's what I wanted to do. Hold on. Do I have? Hello? Hello? Bruh. It's okay. Uh-oh. 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 All right. If it can close, let's see. 20, 30, 40, 36. 60. If it can close above this gap, I'm interested in a long. Let's see. Let's see the close. I told you this is the last hope for the bulls. I told you. How many seconds we got left? We got 30 seconds left on this candle. 30 seconds left. If we close, I'm in. Bulls are stepping in. Bulls are strong. If it can close above here. If it can close above, I'm in. 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. I'm in. What the heck? There it is. Damn, that was a long delay. What the? All right, I'm in for these highs right here. Targeting these highs. Not gonna be greedy. All I'm targeting is the body highs of these candles. The body highs. Let's see. Stop is gonna be. Dang, the stop is a little wanky. Wanky danky. Let's go. We're pushing. Bulls are stepping in, inversing. They want it. We're above VWAP. We're above the 200. We got room to rip. Rippity dippity. We're going up. We're going up. We are going up. Woo! We got this. Run it. Run it. Run it. Don't stop. Don't you dare stop right now. You're doing so good. We're above VWAP. There's a pivot right above this area. Right around, I can't show you on my other chart, but right around here, there's a pivot point that we gotta get through. That's the last area. We're gonna go for the highs. We're going, we're going, we're going. We got this. But bulls are stepping in. They're taking control. I told you, this is the last area. This line that I drew down here is the last hope. If we can't hold this, we're going to pre-market lows. So far, we swept it. Bulls started stepping in, showing signs of strength. We could push up to these highs right here. We're gonna do it. Oh, we're gonna do it. Let's go. Push it. Don't you change your mind up here. Don't you change your mind. Come on. I don't got all day. I don't got all day to sit here. If you're gonna do it, just do it. Bruh. Hurry up. That's what I taught. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Analysis. Analysis. Big brain. You see this brain over here? Oh crap. I talked too soon. No. Look at the big brain on. Bruh. We going higher. We're going higher. Sip my coffee. Oh, shh. Let's go. Come on, don't stop here now. Don't do this to me. Oh, God, no. Oh my. I told you there's a pivot right there. Literally rejecting off the pivot. It's okay. It goes up, it goes down, it goes back up. We got a lot of gaps right here to fill. So it could easily pop down, fill these gaps, and rip right back up. So let's see. It's all right. You can go down a little bit. Just a little bit. Go down a little bit. Don't get too greedy now. Don't get too greedy now. We could go down. Get some other people to try to step in. You know, the people who missed the move. We'll push it down. Let y'all get back in the train, and we're going back up. There you go. If you missed it, listen, we're going. Train's leaving the station. The train's leaving. We're departing. We're going back for the highs. Let's go. We got to break through this 36 level. We got to break through it. Come on, none of this back and forth BS. Just take me out. Let me make my money. And let's move on with our days. It's Monday, I think. Yep, it's Monday. Oh, come on. Just do it already. Are you kidding me? Like, what the? Come on, my blood pressure's going up. The market's going up. We got this. There it is, breaking through. Don't sweep it. Push. Ah, come on. Come on, bulls. None of this bull. What time is it? Oh, it's 9:55. We're good. We're good. We got no news. Bruh. Yeah, let's go down. Let's start rejecting. Oh, brother. Feels like it's gonna drop. There was a much lower low. It's gonna at least sweep the low. Well, that's what I said. These lows right here. So this level I have marked right here. If it dumps below here, we're going for the lows. That's initially what I was saying. If we could sweep this, which we did, and we started showing signs of strength, this is the last hope for the bulls to go back up to the highs. If we can't hold this, we start dropping, we take out these lows, we could probably go down to pre-market lows if we can't hold this right here. Which, they're being stupid right now, but I want him to at least go take out the bodies of these candles right here. The body highs. That's not too much to ask for. Really not that much to ask for. There you go. So it's taking out these lows. See, it's always a battle. It's like, we're going back up. We took out these highs. They couldn't push it higher. So we're going down lower. Now we're going to take out this low. They're going to try to push it back up. It's this like battle between like bulls wanting to push it higher, bears wanting to push it lower. And it's just like supply and demand. Who is going to push it? Who's going to take control? More sellers step in, we start going down. More buyers step in, we start going up. More people taking profit, getting stopped out. It all plays into that. So we got these gaps here too. So, I mean, it could push into these gaps before it rips back up, but I don't know, man. It's being dumb. You don't scare me. This don't scare me at all. It's part of the move. We're above still the 200 and we're above the VWAP still. So we got plenty of we're still bullish. Overall, we're still bullish on this move. It's 10 o'clock. Typically 10 o'clock we see some kind of bullishness. At 10 o'clock, just saying. We usually see like a rip at 10 o'clock. We don't have news, so we're kind of safe on that front. If we had major news right now, I'd probably have to maybe get out if we had some news dropping, but no news dropping at 10, so see what happens. At 10 a.m. is going down? Well, usually 10 o'clock is like the move up. I just hope it doesn't sweep this and go back and go up. But 10 o'clock, usually we get some move on up, and then 10:30 we get like a reversal back down. Not always, obviously, but usually. We're going up. We're still bullish. It's holding the 200. It's holding the VWAP. The reason it couldn't get through right here, we have a pivot point right there, which I said before. I said there's a pivot in this area and literally rejected off that pivot. So I knew it had a possibility of rejecting there. I mean, see if we can break through it now. Step in, bulls, gotta step in. Bro, I hate sitting in these trades for so long. It feels like this is like, as soon as I get into a trade, it just goes like freaking sideways. Bruh, look at this. As soon as I got in, sideways. After all this like down and up and freaking, nope. I get in, sideways. Oh, come on. Let's go. We're going. We're going. I don't like that rejection. Oh, come on, man. Bro. Just take me out. I mean, what's to say? They're being dumb. Like, all this just to go back up? Like, why couldn't we just... Come on, man. I don't like the way my blood pressure is feeling right now. No news Monday, why you trading? I always trade. It doesn't matter. I'm scalping this. I'm not taking like these crazy moves that some people take where it really matters. We're still gonna go where we're gonna go. We're going up. We got this. It may take a little time. It's gonna be a little stupid because it's gonna go sideways. They're gonna think about it. But we're going up. Come on, man. Like, seriously? None of this BS. Yeah, dude, this is it teases you, man. It pushes up, gives you hope, and then goes sideways. Gives you a little more hope. We're going up. We're going up. It wants it. We're bullish. We just gotta break the pivot right there. We're right at the pivot. Is why it's rejecting. Traded yesterday and last night, Asia and London, but this I'm done. I need to try to trade at night. I feel like I've never tried to trade Asia or London, or I feel like it's overwhelming. If you trade Asia, London, and then you trade New York, it's, man, that's like, seems, my brain's gonna be fried after that. I'm already exhausted after New York. Like an hour and a half of trading, I'm already exhausted. I don't know how people sit all day on the charts. Appreciate the like. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Stop the BS. Let's go up. Let's go. Go. Bruh. Oh my gosh, it's gonna have me tweak out. Bruh. Gotta be nice to it. Go up. Go up, babe. You know you want to go up. I'll buy you something special. I'll take you shopping. Emotional trader? Yeah. Emotions. Hey, everyone has emotions. I'm gonna get real emotional if this rejects. Oh, you just quit? Quit trading? Or quit in general? For today. There we go. We're going up, man. We're going up. We're going up. They take a little time. You know. They're probably getting their coffees. They enter into their positions. They went to go get their coffees. Gotta wait for the big boys to come back from their coffee break, and they'll push it back up. You caught the short? That's impressive. If you caught that short, I mean, that's not a bad short. I mean, there was a clear rejection off there. There was a, what's it called? a resistance, which it's not my strategy, so I wouldn't take it, but yeah, I see why you went short. Done for the day. That's what it's all about. One and done. Take your trade, take your profits, and walk away. Except this is gonna make me work for my profits. Risky short. I'm not short, I'm long. Oh, you're talking about, it's not really, it depends on your strategy. Here's the thing, it's like, it depends where your TP is, where you get in, all that matters. Yes, it's futures. It's futuros. Futuros trading. Bruh, come on, just do it. Oh my gosh. Like, there are people who are scalping this for like 10 points, which like, there's a lot of people that scalp 10-point moves, which depends. It all depends where you get in, what's your strategy, which... All right, the market makers are back from their coffee break. They're back on their computers. We're pushing it up. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Start buying. Buy, 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 buy. This is not financial advice. Unk? I ain't a unk. Actually, I am a unk. Shh. Damn. I am a unk. Take it and run? No. We're going all the way. You know what the worst feeling is? Is if I was to take profit right now and it would go to my TP. Then I'm going to go on tilt. And then I'm going to blow up my account. I'm either getting stopped out or TP's hitting. They're being stupid. Trying to scare me out of my long. Better than red? Yeah, I guess, but it's like if you always just take profit when you have it without following the whole plan, then what happens when you have the losing trade? It's going to eat away all your profits for the past 3 trades. I still feel like it's going to hit at least the bodies of these before going down. They're at least that's why I have my TP right here. I have my TP, as you notice, the body highs of these candles. Based on just my experience, I've noticed this happens is it takes out the body highs, and a lot of times it'll go back down. Sometimes it'll keep ripping, sometimes it'll go back down, but based on my experience, it's the highest probability TP is those body highs of those candles. The plan is consistency. Yeah. Consistency, sticking to your plan. If you know it works, you have conviction, I think you should follow your plan. Yeah, because when you don't follow it, you end up going on tilt and just freaking going on tilt because you missed a move is like the worst thing, because then you just take stupid trades and you're in the red and then you keep trading and just sooner or later you just blow up your account because you... It'll TP market always chases after liquidity. Yeah, it looks like, and we're pretty bullish. You can't see it on this chart right here, but on my other chart, if there's a right below this low right here, we got the 200 EMA and we got the view op. So we're above that. We're pretty bullish. It's just gonna toy around with my TP, but I think it'll hit it. It'll hit, it should hit at least the bodies of these candles right here. Like, I don't know why it's being stupid. Like, just take it and run. Hey, maybe it works for someone. If you have a strategy and that works for you, hey, I'm sure there are scalpers who do that, who are like, you know, people that are scalping for like 10 points. That's the type of hit, take it and run strategies when you're scalping for like 10 points. But then you gotta have your stop at like pretty tight too, because you can't have a super wide stop and like a tiny TP, and then one losing trade is gonna wipe away like a month's worth of profits. 150 bucks a day. That's not bad. If you have your strategy and you can prove to yourself that you could take 150 bucks a day and walk away and hey, that works, it works. Hey. I'm sure there are strategies out there that, I mean, there's like thousands of strategies out there, so. Bruh, just do it. Holy. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, I almost flipped my computer. I need to lower my seat. It's just, why as soon as I get in, it goes sideways? Bruh. Really? As soon as I got in, literally, I got in. The close, right there. This candle close right here is where I got in. As soon as I got in, boom, sideways. I couldn't have a better entry for a sideways move. It's Monday. Yeah, typically Mondays are kind of like, especially a no news Monday. If there were news, we'd probably hit the TP already. But since there's no news today, kind of a little expected, but I still don't like it. Oh, yeah. The market makers are back from their coffee break. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Market makers are calling me. I don't know why, but I can't talk. Sorry, guys, I can't talk. TP. They're going for my TP. You know what I would love to see is my TP get hit and this dump down. I would love to see that. Hit my TP and then go down. Watch, I'm calling it. I'm calling it. They're going to hit my TP and they're going to dump it right back down. But don't you dare dump it without hitting my TP first. Let's go. Watch, can I call it perfectly? Let's see. If I could call this perfectly, I need to work at a hedge fund. They need to hire me. ASAP. When it dumps, sell quickly. I've done that. I don't know, man. The smartest thing to do would be to have my stop, like a break-even stop at this point. But I think, let's go. We're hitting it. We're hitting it. Come on, you gotta be kidding me. They need to have my TP as like an indicator that people could buy just to get short off of. Look at this. Like, bruh, what's the reason it's gonna stop right here? Oh, damn, my computer. My battery. What the? Yo, that would have sucked. My computer's at... Oh, it's at 29%. My computer would have shut off because my battery died. I would have went on tilt. Physically, my computer would have went on tilt. I would have freaking... Let's go! Hurry up! ES sweeps high, there's a possibility chance. Mental stop. Yeah, I don't have a stop, physical stop, but technically, yeah, if it closes below this gap right here, I probably would have to get out. Because if it closes back below here, we're going down for these lows. So yeah, if I would see a move down, I would start putting in my stop. Hard stop below the lows, but like, I would probably take a stop if it closes here. Let's go! Power outage is the worst. Yeah, that's why I have... Woo! Let's go! Now you can dump it. Let's go down now. Now I gotta get short. No, these are, I have Apex accounts. I don't know if I could show you. I don't think I could show you. Hold on. Let me see. What the? These... Why is it doing that? Called it. Market always goes after liquidity. Yeah, those are the two things. Liquidity is one of the biggest things, right? The market loves to fill gaps and take out liquidity. That's like, I feel like that's all you need in trading. Gaps and liquidity. Boy, like, why did I take this? I called this, right? It's hard to see here. If I switch to a 15-minute chart, let me make sure hold on. Can't flatten everything. I always do this like 3 times. Flatten everything. Cancel all. Flatten everything. Cancel all. All right. Like, why did I take this trade? Right? Like he said, gaps and liquidity are the two things that will make the market go. If we go to a 15-minute chart, right? We have these lows right here. That's why I said, hold on. That's why I said, if the market can't hold these lows and go back up, we're going for pre-market lows, which are all the way down here. This is the last shot for the bulls to step in and start pushing it back up. If they can't hold this, we're going for pre-market lows. What do? We started showing signs of strength. I marked out that gap. If we go back to the 1-minute chart, right? And I said, if we get strong movement up, there's a good chance we're going back up, right? So, this gap right here, the fact that we closed, and you can't see it on this chart, but we have the view up right here in this area, and we have the 200 in this area. It closed above this gap, right? I was automatically, okay, we're going to go for the highs now if we're closing above this gap. A good shot. What do? We went to the highs. If we wouldn't have held this, we would have went down to pre-market. So, literally all it is. And that's why I said, you're talking about stops. If my entry was right here, my hard stop would be below the lows. That's if, like, if worst comes to worst, news comes out, like, you got to have your stop below the lows. A hard stop. If the market closes below this gap, you got to take an early stop out, because it's probably going to go down for the lows, and you got to protect, right? And keep your losses as small as possible, right? Something that makes sense on the chart. It tested the gap and went straight to... Yeah, exactly. And that's why I said, like, when I bought in right here and the market started going up, and this is when you understand the market, you don't get scared just because the market starts to pull back, right? I bought in, it started to pull back. I knew that was a possibility. We got this huge gap right here. I knew the market could pull back, tap back into this gap before it goes back up to get this liquidity, right? It's exactly what it did. Went back, filled this gap right here, and then went back up. Looking back, I should have had my TP at the highs, but But here's the thing. Here's why I don't really like to have my TP at the highs. I've had this happen so many times where the market pushes up, it takes out the body highs of these candles, and then it just dumps down. I've had that happen plenty of times, and that's why I just kind of like, I always like to keep my stop there. I mean, my TP there. But yeah, so now we kind of took out this liquidity. Now let's see. I mean, either bulls are going to keep pushing it up or we're going to go back down. We got room. I mean, if you look on the 15-minute chart, we got plenty of room to these highs right here. I mean, these highs are the next kind of like interesting point right here. And market, here's what also, market loves to fill gaps, right? We opened up where? 9:30. Where's 9:30? Well, we kind of already filled the gap when we opened up. Yeah, we kind of filled it. But like these gaps in the market loves to fill these gaps. Which goes back to the point. Liquidity, gaps. I feel like that's the only thing you need to know to be a good trader. And discipline. Because you can know everything, but if you don't know how to take a loss and be wrong, then so this would be interesting, but like, see, look at this. Watch, liquidity. I don't know if I want to take this though, but like, we took out this liquidity. If we close below this gap, we could easily push down either to these lows right here and take it out, or there's a higher probability that we could reject, that we could push down, right? Kind of tap back into this high. This high created a, now, here's the thing. Old resistance becomes new support. So if you push past, if it starts pulling back, this resistance can turn into support. So, or if this support can't hold, this resistance that turned into support can't hold, we're going for the lows to take it out, to potentially move it back up. How would you explain liquidity? I mean, it's just a lot of, here's the thing about these highs. A lot of people have orders set above these highs, right? Meaning liquidity, there's a lot of orders that are sitting above highs and lows. So people that went short, they have their stops above highs. People that went long have their stops below lows. And so what the market loves to do, and here's the thing about, like, people talk about hedge funds and stuff like that. Think about it this way. If you're trading, right, for a hedge fund, and say they're trading like a $50 million account, they can't just do what like us traders do. They can't just go long whenever. They have to buy in increments. Because if you can't just, there's not enough, you know, or there's not enough liquidity to just buy 50, 100 million at one point. So what they do is they take chunks to move it back up. And so below lows and highs, you got a lot of orders sitting, which if you're looking into get into like a big move, a big size position, that's what you want to do. You want to get in where there's a lot of orders so you can, your position can get filled fast. So that's typically why it does that. I mean, it's not like a secret where they're like trying to take out your, I don't think they're trying to take out your stops. It's just how the market moves. It's supply and demand. Right? Why are we starting to reject here? And here's another thing. A lot of people are taking profits here. Like me, right? I went long. I started to take profits earlier. Some people are taking profits above these highs right here. And that's why a lot of people taking profits, or a lot of people are getting out, right? They're selling. So what is selling pressure? A lot of selling pressure comes in. There's more selling pressure than buying pressure. So we start moving back down. We start moving back down until we start getting what? More buying pressure than selling pressure, which this area right here, we could potentially bounce to this area and we could start seeing move back up because more buyers are going to start stepping in. Maybe people averaging in for a bigger move, or Market takes out retail traders. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think like markets like, I mean, it's not like targeting retail traders in like just retail traders. It's just because everyone has their orders at the same areas. I feel even market makers, I feel like hedge funds take out other hedge funds, right? Depending on, I mean, their strategies and depending on where just liquidity is. I mean, I used to use Bookmap, right? If you know what Bookmap is, I don't have level 2, but if you have Bookmap, you could see, or level 2, if you had level 2 pulled up, you could see where orders are sitting. And here's the thing, if you notice, you'll notice a lot of times, like if you were to look at level 2, for example, and we have an order of, a lot of times you'll see like a massive order flash, like at a high. A lot of times market will like to move toward that order to fill that huge order. So those orders a lot of time act as magnets for the market to go to. It's interesting to see actually, like if you were to get Bookmap or level 2, if you could read it, you'd be able to see that happen time and time again. And this is why, this is, it's called, do you watch Patrick? Yeah, I watched him. I've watched, he has a little bit different of a strategy, but, and this is why market spoofing is illegal, right? A lot of people don't even know what, like, I think it's called spoofing, if I'm not mistaken, but spoofing the market, right? Where, for example, a hedge fund, right? Like if I was a hedge fund and I wanted price to come down, and what I do is I flash a massive order down here, like a massive order to try to move the market down toward your order, and you're spoofing the market, that's illegal. You can get a massive fine for that. And I've seen that happen. What's funny? I've seen it happen on Bookmap, which is crazy. How you see something happen, you're like, pretty sure that's illegal. Like, I don't know how they would prove of you maybe just canceling your order because you don't like the trade anymore, but like, I've seen that happen, and it's so interesting because like, you'll see a massive order pop up on level 2. The market starts moving toward that order, and then as the market moves toward that order, they cancel the order. It's like, really? You're just gonna do that? But yeah, there's a reason that's illegal. He uses ORB. He does, but I feel like he doesn't like, he really rarely like trades it. I don't know. He has he trades like trend lines kind of thing, which I tried to do. I tried to do trend lines, and it's just like, the reason I don't like trend lines is because it's so like, it's just hard. It's very, like, if I was to take a line right here, right? Like, where do I draw my trend line? Like, is this a trend line? Right? Oh, shoot. Or, is this a trend line? Like, where do you draw your trend line? I traded it for a while, but like, I don't know. I just don't like it because of how kind of like, a lot of intuition goes into it versus this is clear and cut, right? What I look for. I should have taken this trade. Dang it. This is exactly what I look for, right? Boom. We took out a high. We inverse the gap. We're going back down. That's it. Simple. You know when to get in. You know when to get out. There is no, oh, should I get in? Is this the right trend line to draw? Is this the right? It's clear and cut. Boom. A high got taken out. A gap got inversed. We're going either, we're going to bounce either here or we're going to take out the lows and go back up. Like, it's very simple. Looking back now, I should have taken this freaking trade. Dang it. I was thinking about taking it, but I was like, dang, I just took a good trade. I don't want to give back my profits. He uses pivots too. I use pivots too. I actually, I got pivots from him. You can't see it on, this chart. But on my other chart, I have pivots pulled up, and it's exactly why when I got into this trade right here, so right above this high, right above here is a pivot point. Like right here is a pivot point. And that's why I said, like, I knew that we could reject right here because there was a pivot point sitting right there. Pivot points are very helpful. They're very helpful. Knowing Like, I don't trade off of them. I don't use them to go short or get long, but they're a good, like, right? They're a good indicator to understand that if we start rejecting off this level, we're rejecting because there's a pivot. Or if you're long, there's a good chance that we're going to reject there, or some form of rejection because there's a pivot there. So I kind of gauge them just like I use VWAP, right? I don't trade off of VWAP. Or like this line, you don't trade off of it, but you understand if you're taking a short right here, if you're taking a short, there's a good chance that we could start bouncing right here, which exactly what we did. We bounced right there. So if you're short, it's a good indicator to understand. Either be careful because we could bounce. Pivot, yeah, it's a I wish I could show you, but it's called depending on what brokerage you use, like NinjaTrader. I don't know if NinjaTrader has pivots. Let me see. If I go to studies, hold on, where's studies? I'm demo trading on pocket options, is binary options with time. I used to trade options. Options are I don't know about pocket options. I used to trade just options, which it's fun. You got to be careful. The only thing about options, why I think futures is better, because options have the time decay, which I hate time decay. Like a lot of times with options, especially same day expirations, you could be break even and still be in a be in a loss because of time decay. Yeah, exactly. You make money fast and you also lose money. I feel like you have to have way more discipline if you're a options trader, especially if you do same day expirations. You got to be like scalping them fast and knowing when to get out, because like very quickly, especially like, okay, exactly, perfect example of options. If I was using same day expirations and I was to get in here, by like this area, I probably would be like at a loss, because like time decay, it just eats away at your profits. But I like futures just because, like, especially if someone's learning, futures is amazing because you can trade prop firms like I do, and like perfect learning opportunity. Dang it, I should have got into that trade. Ugh, man. I'm regretting this. This was a perfect trade. This is what I call perfect trade. Boom, high got taken out. Gap got inversed. Now you can have the highest probability for a TP would be these highs right here. And then there are the lows. Bruh. And this is what whoever a while ago said we're going down, remember I said, I don't know why the market does this, but this happens a lot in the market, right? This happens a lot. 10 o'clock, we usually have bullishness at 10 o'clock. 10:30, we usually have bearishness. Look at this. Look at this. 9:45. 10 o'clock. Here's 10 o'clock. We had bullish action. Now we're coming on around, here's 10:24, this candle. 10:26, around 10:30, we usually get a rejection. I don't know why this happens often. I have no idea why this happens, but this happens pretty often. Not all the time, but pretty often. I got frustrated with prop firms and trying to pass evals. Yeah, here's my, the thing about prop firms is I think you should trade, if people are trading prop firms, I think you should trade prop firms like you do a live account, because the goal is, right, if something was to happen to prop firms and you don't have prop firms anymore, you want to be able to take your strategy that you use with prop firms and be able to just switch it to a live account with no issues, trade the same exact thing. A lot of people, the way they trade prop firms, you can't trade live accounts the way a lot of people trade prop firms. And no hate to any influencers or whatever, but these influencers that got crazy amounts of money that can just keep resetting. I mean, they could spend $4,000 on eval resets. personally, I can't do that. I can't just keep blowing evals. I'm not that rich to be able to just keep blowing evals and buying 10 evals, passing him in one day, and then paying for activation fees and this and that. Like, I can't do that. I don't have that much like freaking money. So I gotta be careful with valuation accounts. I gotta be careful how I trade them to not blow them, and But yeah, I mean, prop firms are good if you, if you trade them the right way and be careful, like especially if you have a strategy and you know how much losses you can take based on historical data, like, and you size accordingly. Like, for example, I know typically based on my strategy, I don't really take more than like 3 losses in a row. I don't really take more than 3 losses in a row, so I can size in my evals. I can size accordingly, understanding that I typically don't take more than 3 losses. So I size accordingly to allow myself for like 3-4 losses in a row max before I blow the account. But I'm on a tight budget. Hey, I'm right there with you. I'm on a tight budget too. I thought about just going $100 on a live account straight to NQ minis. If you do a live account with futures with $100, you gotta trade not NQ, you gotta trade MNQ. I don't think you can even trade NQ with $100 because they have like minimum margin requirements with brokerages. What I would recommend if you want to figure out how much like you can take, what I did is you could use Grok or ChatGPT. I used Grok. I used Grok to be able to be like, okay, I want to trade a live account with $1,000. What's the max loss I can take per day before? Like, you can use ChatGPT or Grok to be able to figure out how much you could trade on a live account. But yeah, I would go micros. You can make money. I'm trading micros on this. You can make money with micros. Minis are like, so micros, I have my chart set. So see these blocks right here? These blocks are 10 points. So I'm able to quickly calculate my risk based on these, like, the risk I'm taking, right? So I count the blocks. Every block with 1 micro is $20 move, right? So you just do the math based on how much risk. So you would do 20, 40, 60. Like, if you were to take a short right here, right? For example, if I was to take this trade and I was to go short right here and I was to take 1 micro, it would be $20, $40, $60. So I'd be risking $60 at the high right here with 1 micro. So I have it set to these blocks are 10 points, which it's very easy to calculate because I just count the blocks and then multiply it based on how much risk you want to take. Start with 200 on micros. I'm currently sitting at 450 on my live. Yeah, I would like to trade a live account eventually. That's actually, I mean, live accounts are cool if you have a strategy and you know what you're doing. Live accounts are cool because you can take withdrawals. That's what's awesome. Like, you can take withdrawals. I don't know about futures. I know options you could take withdrawals every day. I'm pretty sure futures you could take withdrawals too every day. But like futures, prop firms are a good way to learn. You can learn, but there's so much rules that you have to follow to get a withdrawal. Like, you have to trade a minimum of days and this and that. And with futures, if you're a profitable futures trader, there's tax advantages to trading futures live account. Like, if you make good money with futures, there's a big tax advantage for that. But yeah, that's pretty smart. Starting 200 and then just trading micros, 1 micro. It's pretty cool because the money you make is your money. It's like, you're not on a simulated account, you're on a live account. Appreciate the follow, thank you. Man, I'm regretting not taking this trade. Crap. I wish I could show you my other chart. Here's the thing, TikTok for some reason does not like me. I was using a third party, because I have my main like charts on a Mac, and so because my main charts are on a Mac, TikTok Live Studio, they don't have a version for Mac, so it's kind of like, it's kind of stupid how I can't show you my other charts. I used to be able to. I had OBS, and I used to be able to show you all my charts because I was using a third party to stream through OBS to TikTok. TikTok banned me for that. They banned my freaking, what's it called, the live access through a third party. They don't like you trading through third parties. So now I have to do it on my laptop, which that's why it's kind of like not the best like camera quality. But I have a YTube channel. I don't know if I could say the platform name, but I have a YTube channel that has my other charts on there too, that is live too. So that's an option. But yeah, look at this. I mean, I know this is hindsight, but like, boom, we have this high right here. Either we're gonna bounce off this high. If we can't bounce off this high, we're gonna take off these lows. What is it doing right now? It's bouncing off the high. Use Tradeovate. You can't drop below $80 on Tradeovate for NASDAQ or, oh, their margin requirements is 80 bucks is their margin requirement. Wait, how is it you can't drop below $80 on Tradeovate for NASDAQ or S? That's crazy. $80, that's, you still gotta use micros, because you can't use 80 bucks for, how do you use 80 bucks for NQ? I mean, one move with with NQ contracts, a 10-point move, this little 10-point move is $200 right here. You'd get stopped out so fast if you do one NQ contract. If you only risk $80, that's barely anything. Oh, micros, yeah. I don't think they would even allow you to trade NQ with a. But yeah, micros, that's pretty good. 80 bucks makes sense, because there would be 20. So 20, it would be yeah. So it would be what, 10, 20, like 40-point move. $80 would be like a 40-point move or so. Which, I mean, that's plenty. 40 points is a lot. That's what I'm gonna do eventually. Like, eventually, if this, like, I don't know. I like prop firms. I have right now. I don't think I could show you. Let me see if if it even allows me to show you. I pulled it up. No, I can't show you. But I have 10 funded accounts with Apex, and that's why I kind of trade them. I have 10 funded accounts, and you can copy trade. You can make some good money with 10 funded accounts. Copy trading. And then I'm trying to get 4 more evaluation accounts. And I have 2 different strategies. Like this trade, these scalps I take on my what's it called? My evaluations that I'm trying to pass. But my funded, I have a little bit, it's the same strategy, but I look for different areas for pre-market and lows, pre-market lows and highs for my funded accounts. They're like a little higher probability trades. I started seeing progress once I dropped prop firms. Just now doing prop firms again, copy. That's interesting, actually. You started seeing progress once you dropped prop firms? I guess it's because, like, a lot of people trade prop firms. You're incentivized, right? It's a different mental state that you have with prop firms, knowing that, like, all right, this is a prop firm, for example, Apex, a $30 account, right? I don't care if I blow it in one day, I blow it in one day. And it's just a bad mentality you end up having with some of these prop firms, because you feel like if I blow it, I blow it. It's 30 bucks, whatever, I don't care. And so because you don't care about blowing it in one day, your strategy is like, you kind of adapt your strategy, you risk more, you take stupider trades. It just builds bad habits. So it makes sense why. That's why I said, like, if you do trade prop firms, the best thing to do is treat them like a live account. I know it's hard to do. It's easier to treat them like a live account once you have, if you have, for example, like I do, 10 funded accounts. Dude, I paid over $1,000 to activate those accounts, plus my evaluation fees that I paid. So like, I have in those accounts over, I think like $1,400 in those accounts. So me blowing those accounts is gonna hurt pretty badly. So that's why I'm really careful on those accounts. I got screwed once, during tariffs, I started trading really stupidly and went into drawdown, so I'm trying to make it back up carefully. My funding futures on sale. Yeah, there's my funding future. I only used Apex. Apex is I think the cheapest out of all of them, especially when Apex has a 90% off sale. Oh my gosh, accounts. That's why I got the 10 accounts actually. They had a 90% off sale. I bought 10 accounts, passed the evaluation, and dude, it was like $16 per account. That's insanely cheap. What happens when you go negative in a funded account on thinking about getting one? There's nothing. If you get a funded account and you fail the account, you could just you could restart. You could just pay. You have to just pay again and restart. So like for example with Apex, if you have, I think it's it's $33. I think they're 80% off right now. It's 30s. You have to use someone's code. I don't have an affiliate code or anything. But if you buy an account for $33 and you get $2,400 in drawdown, if you fail the account, and it's 1 day to pass, yeah. If you fail the account, you just have to you cancel the account you failed, and then you buy another account for 30 something bucks. And what a lot of people do, I use it's called Replicanto. It's a copy trader. And I have multiple Apex accounts on there, and what happens is I take a trade on one account and it copies them to 10 accounts, and you just multiply it, right? So that's how you can make really good money. I don't take prop firms serious. I was lost over $1,000 at just challenges in 1 day. Yeah, exactly. The dangerous thing about prop firms is you could really, like, they're cheap, but it builds bad habits, and you end up failing. Like if you fail time and time again because of your bad habits, $33, but 33 multiplied by 10, 20 accounts, that's a lot of money. And which these influencers, they don't care. They're able to. They make good money off of like affiliate stuff, so they're able to reset. Like there are influencers who spend $4,000, $6,000 on evaluation accounts, and then they finally get a massive payout, and it works. But like, let's face it, 90% of people can't spend $4,000 a month on evaluation accounts before they get like a $30,000 payout. Like it's a good strategy, I guess, but like most people can't do that. It's easy to get Apex funded accounts. That good one to go with. How does the payout work? Yeah, Apex is, I mean, it's easy to get. Like if you have a strategy, I mean, it's not hard to get, but like, how does the payout work? And Apex, you can pass in 1 day. If you have a strategy and you know the risk you should take, you can pass it technically in 1 day. You got to be careful and not blow it, but I don't do that. I don't pass it in 1 day. I typically will get like a week to pass it, so I don't blow it in 1 day. But payout structure works. You could go on their facts page, but it's like there's a minimum trading days. You have to make $50 per day for at least a certain amount of days. There's a little bit of rules. There's not crazy amount of rules. It's not really that hard to follow, but there's a little bit amount of rules that you could see on their page that in order to get a payout. And you can't risk, I think you can't risk more than like a 3-to-1, meaning a 3-to-1 is you're risking $300 to make 100. You can't go, I think, more than that unless they changed it. But you don't really want to risk 300 to make 100. It's not really a good maybe it works for some people, but like not really the best strategy to follow. one loser wipes out 3 winners. Sorry, no, I don't mind the questions. I don't mind it. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, surprising. There are people who do that. You risk 300 to make 100. People do that because they like that kind of strategy. You have a very high win rate. But the thing about it is like one loser will wipe away 3 winners. I don't know. I don't know if some people. I do know some people have a negative risk to reward, which I even do. There's a lot of trades that I take that have a negative risk to reward. It's not 3-to-1, but it's a negative risk to reward. But because it's a little bit negative in my strategy, based on the strategy, it's a higher probability. So like, if you have a 90% win rate with a little bit negative risk to reward, you're still profitable. You just have to be careful with your. It's a scalping strategy. It's not like a long term. But yeah, 3-to-1 is crazy. Patrick is still live. That dude's crazy, man. I know. Listen, he's very controversial. I understand why he does it. Like, I mean, it's entertainment. He's a good entertainer. Which, hey, it is what it is. You can't get mad at him for being a good entertainer. A lot of people don't like him because he doesn't show his trades. And that like pisses a lot of people off that he doesn't show his trades. And a lot of people will notice like he'll get into a trade and he'll start showing the trade if he's in profit. He's been better about that. I mean, I think he doesn't do it. I think he doesn't show his trades because of like he doesn't want to like, I don't know. I don't get it. I feel like he's one of the only people who doesn't really. He does show his trades sometimes, but sometimes he doesn't. He doesn't show it all the time, which does piss a lot of people off. And he's one of the influencers. He can spend $50,000 a month on evaluation accounts, right? And fail them. And spend 50 and spend 50 and then get a $600,000 payout. But realistically, 90% of people, probably 99% of people can't trade the way he trades, right? And he does it, I guess, for entertainment, to show big payouts, but realistically, most people can't trade like he does. It's not feasible. He's long right now. It is funny when he loses and he gets mad. Or he gets mad at people. It is funny. He's entertaining. I gotta admit, he is pretty entertaining. He's long. So he's a breakout. So Patrick is a breakout trader. He trades trend lines, but he trades like this. Like this would be his long right here. Which, hey, if it works for him, it works for him. He's gotten payouts. I mean, but this would be like Patrick. He would take this strategy right here. See this high right here? He would wait for price to start breaking out, and it does work, as you can see. He would take this high, and as soon as price starts to break out of this high right here, he would go long. That's his strategy. So he draws a trend line. He sees a high like this, and then as soon as it starts breaking out, he would get long. I didn't even see his live, but I'm assuming he probably got long right here. Right around in this like 945 level is probably where he got long. And that's his strategy, which, hey, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a bad strategy. I just don't like the not knowing where to draw your trend line. I mean, in hindsight, you can see it works, but in reality, it's very hard. And it's kind of dangerous like this. Like, what if you would have taken this breakout right here? I mean, where does your stop? I mean, it depends on where your stop. His stops are typically tight, but I don't know. Yeah. There are I think I would use I think it's what's his name has a code. He's not as big as Patrick, but you can use code. I think TBM has a code, Nutty Bar has a code, NBT or TBM. So if you do go buy it, use either NBT or TBM code. breakout is super risky. Yeah, I've tried that strategy before. The breakout strategy, I've tried it. It's risky because when the breakout fails, your stop has to be like, this isn't bad right here. The risk to reward is pretty good on this one. But like, here, let me see if I can find one that's like more, like for example, I don't really see one that like, yeah, I don't see one. But like, some of them are risky because if it doesn't work, you end up taking a pretty big loss. And it's risky because, I mean, you just have to, I guess, know where to take the. Yeah, TBM is a code. He trades on YouTube. Yeah, you can use this. You just put TBM and you use this code. I wish I had a code, but I don't. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll be good enough to get a code. Oh, what time is it? Oh. Moving average cross. No problem, no problem. Appreciate it. Moving average crossover. Yeah. I used to also, I can't show you, but what I used to do also is like, I forgot what moving average I had. It was, shoot. Is it the 20? Yeah, I forgot what moving average it was, but like, especially when the view op and moving average start crossing over to the upside. Also, it doesn't happen often, but also pretty good strategy. I mean, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of profitable strategies out there. You just have to follow the plan and know where your stop is and. Man. And see, the good thing about liquidity, if like me taking liquidity, like you don't get an entry. If it doesn't take out liquidity, you don't get an entry. So you stay out of stupid trades that are like stupid losing trades. Appreciate the like. Thank you. Dude, me streaming on TikTok, like, it's crazy how much battery. I had 100% battery and it freaking ate my battery. Like, never seen that before. I went live with 100% battery and like 20 minutes later, it was down to like 30%. It's like, what the? Appreciate the follow. Thank you. Oh, man. I'm gonna end soon because I already took my one trade. I should have took this trade, but I didn't. I'll be back tomorrow. See what tomorrow brings. Speaking of tomorrow, do we have any? Let me check the news for tomorrow. If we have any. I use FinViz. I know to check the news. Tomorrow we have 9:15 news, which doesn't matter because that's pre-market. No, not really. 10:30 news, but that's crude oil news. Not really. No, not any. There's PPI at 8:30. That's a major news event, but I'm not going to be trading then. Hopefully PPI. What I like to do on these kind of like, so tomorrow's PPI. The thing I would like to see tomorrow happen is, when we get like a big news event at 8:30 and then market opens and we take out a low of the news event and we start inversing a gap, I like that trade too. That's a good trade. And typically it's that's like the pre-market low, sweeps it, news event. So. Appreciate the likes, guys. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Dang, we went up. We look at this moving average. What moving average? I don't even use this moving average. I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. Let me see. What the heck is my... Oh, there it is. That's a EMA, exponential moving average. Oh, that's the 200. Yeah, look at this moving. Look how well this moving average works. And this is not to trade off of. This is just like to understand where you are, you know, where you are. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Look at this. Bounce, bounce. Look at that, bounce. Let's see if we go back. Look at that. Bounce. Bounce, bounce. Look at that. We broke above it and then bounced off it. Look at that. Look how well this moving average holds. This is just a guide, right? If we're above this moving average, we're bullish. If we're below it, we're bearish. See? Rejection off the moving average. Rejection off the moving average. Rejection. Support. Rejection. And sometimes it goes above and fails. It's not perfect, right? But like a lot of times, look at that. I mean, dang. I need to figure out a strategy to trade off of this. Now looking at it, I'm like, dang, this actually like... Figure out like how big of a stop you have to have in order to have like a pretty high probability. Look at that, rejection. And we're below it. We just keep trading below it. And we break above it. And then we kind of turn it into support. We start holding above it. Look at that. Dang, man. And see, 930, I mean, it does break below it and then
now allowing you to stream
pushed above it, turned it into support, ripped up.
Vertical formats at the same time. And trust me when I say this, you are going to want to take advantage of this because those vertical streams will also appear in people's feeds when you're scrolling through normal YouTube shorts.
I'm gonna hop off. YouTube at night, I got a lot of things to do.
You might have noticed lately that sometimes you might
go work.
Someone else's random stream.
Yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow.
That streamer could be you. This is amazing for discoverability. I've been testing out in the past week, and I've been consistently getting anywhere from 2 to 4 times the number of viewers on my
peace out.
streams.
Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back tomorrow at 9:30.
Instead
Peace
of
out.
keeping the secret for myself, I wanted to show you how all of it works, from setting up a second canvas in OBS for your vertical layout, where to set it up on YouTube, and how to handle separate chats, because this will create 2 separate streams with 2 separate chat windows. So I'll show you how to combine them both together. And then at the end, I'll tell you how the experience compares to TikTok, because I do have some thoughts on that. Some of you may know that I used to be a programmer, and sometimes I like to program these cool little things for my stream to make them a little bit more fun. I programmed this thing for my stream a while back that allows me to translate people's chat messages if they're speaking like Portuguese or something. Shout out to my Portuguese viewers out there. And every time I do something like this, I always get asked, where's a good place to go if I want to learn programming? Well, today's sponsor, Brilliant, is a great place to start. They've got thousands of lessons covering math, programming, AI, and the lessons are really fun. They're super interactive, lots of little buttons and diagrams to play with, which gives you a much more hands-on approach rather than just watching a university lecture and then like falling asleep 5 minutes later. You actually get to do stuff, which is way more effective than just memorizing things, and you can learn at your own pace too, even if it's just a few minutes a day. I highly recommend starting with their Thinking in Code course. It teaches you the fundamentals of programming like variables, if statements, loops, you know, the things that you'll use literally every single time that you program anything. Try them out. The link is down below, or just head to brilliant.org/nutty. It's free for 30 days, and you'll also get 20% off an annual subscription. Let's start with creating your vertical layout. And thankfully, there's an OBS plugin that makes this very easy. It's called Atom Vertical. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of it because that Cream Pie Gaming guy talks about it all the time. But there's hundreds of you guys, so I can't assume that you guys know these things. Atom Vertical adds a second vertical canvas to your OBS install with its own layout, its own scenes, its own sources, and it works just like your main OBS canvas, but in a vertical layout. So for instance, let's pretend this is your normal horizontal just chatting scene. It's actually my just chatting scene, but just pretend it's you. Just glue your face onto mine. If you wanted to create an equivalent scene but in a vertical format, you just create a new vertical scene in the vertical